Hi folks, I'm here today to talk a little bit about community. It's one of the things I've been thinking about a lot this month, and also with some exciting bonus offers coming from Create Balance. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But I just want to share two ways that community has really helped me create balance in my life, even with all the systems and all the tools that are also usually so individual based. And I've seen this work for other people too, and it's one of the reasons I love doing workshops. It's one of the reasons I love teaching groups, probably even more than I enjoy working one-on-one with folks. I actually really enjoy working with groups. And that's because there's something that happens when a group of people come together around a common topic or a common issue. And there's just something amazing about getting these different perspectives in a room and giving people a chance to think about and talk about these things. Something magical happens that doesn't happen when you do it on your own. And something magical happens that doesn't always happen when you do something one-on-one with somebody else. So just want to share two things I've really noticed in the communities I work in, and also this is something that I've experienced myself. And the power of community, the first one that I've really noticed is these Me Too moments, especially when it comes to parenting or that juggle of parenting life and work and all of that. When people get in a room together and realize they're not the only one who feels inadequate at both work and at home. Or they're not the only one who has talked to their kids in ways they wish they hadn't. Or they're not the only one who's just struggling. There's something so powerful in realizing when you thought you were alone, when you thought you were, failing horribly, you realize that you are not alone, and therefore you can't be failing that bad. Therefore, it must be something bigger than you, and that means it's something you can maybe try and tackle with community. So those Me Too moments are just the most powerful things I see, and I try and do things to create them in the groups I'm in because I know how powerful they can be in helping people move forward on creating a balanced life on their own terms instead of always getting caught in what they think they're not doing well enough. And the second thing I just want to talk about is the importance of working through our questions and our thoughts and our values in community. And I see this a lot where I'm a verbal processor, in case you didn't already know that about me, and that means that I like to talk through what I'm thinking about, and the act of talking helps me figure out a decision or figure out a next step or figure out how I feel about it. Some people aren't like that. They don't want to talk it out, but they do have a lot going on in their heads, and being in a group where other people are talking or where there's some structured activity and some structured questions being asked, that allows somebody who's got everything swimming in their head just going around in circles, it allows them to sort of process it in real time with other people. And one of the reasons that's really important in a group is often groups coming together gives us a reason to focus on something we wouldn't normally focus on, right? I can't tell you how many times I've taken a class in something, not because I couldn't go learn it on my own, but because signing up for a class meant I would actually do it and dedicate the time to it. And that's one of the reasons I've tossed around the idea of having some classes or workshops with folks where all we do is go through the organized parent method, even if you've already learned it. We just have set aside time to do it. And so that's the other thing about community, is it gives us a time and opportunity to work through our stuff, whether we're a verbal processor or whether we just need some structure to help us deal with all the stuff swimming in our head. So with all this in mind, as I'm thinking about community, I decided to do a bonus offer at the end of June for folks who purchase the Create Balance course, the complete guide to the Create Balance method. It's an online course. It's all do it yourself and go through the process at your own pace. However, we all know the benefit of community. So what I'm doing is on June 27th and June 28th, I'm hosting a dive into the Create Balance method. You don't sign up for both. They're both going to be the same. You can just sign up for one. But if you purchase the course before the 27th, you can sign up for the dive. And what that's going to do is it's going to get you started on the course so that you actually get going on it. It's going to give you that community space to think about your essential values and work through the first lessons, which I think are the most important lessons in the course, where you're laying out your essential values and getting super clear about what matters most. Because the Create Balance method is all about maximizing your time and energy on what matters most and minimizing your time and energy on the rest. And you can't do that if you don't know what actually matters most. So that's what we're going to be doing in the dive. We're going to be using the exercises in the course to go through it as a community, and of course have plenty of time for asking questions and getting suggestions and getting insights from each other. So I'm really excited about it. It meets online, so you can show up in your yoga pants, and that's cool. And it's going to be happening the 27th and 28th. So all you need to do, if you want to join us, is purchase the Create Balance course. And if you want, you can just put a comment here and say interested, and I'll send you all the details. You also can just go to the Create Balance website, purchase the course. It's $47. You get the materials for life. You get invited to every dive that we do. And then you'll get, in your thank you email, you'll get an invitation for the dive, and you just register for whichever night works for you. I hope to see some of you there. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, just write interested in the comments. I'll send you more details, or just leave a comment or a question. I'm excited to be in touch, and I'm excited to build more community. Thanks so much.